Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm an Icelandic Chinese artist based in Beijing. I share self-growth tips, art videos, art process videos with you guys here. If you're interested in those things, subscribe. It also helps support me sharing my journey with you guys. So, today we're going to be talking about why it's actually very difficult to follow your purpose once you find it. I've heard a lot of people talk about, they'll say things like, you're so lucky that you know what your purpose is, or you know what you're really passionate about, you know what you want to do with your life and all this, you have a strong sense of purpose. And people will say it in a way that, that I'm very lucky that I found that. And I do consider myself lucky in many ways, but today we're going to be focusing on why it's actually very difficult. It doesn't feel like once you know your purpose, or I think everyone's journey is a little bit different, but it doesn't necessarily feel like you chose it. And I don't know how other people experience this, but a sense of purpose doesn't feel like a choice. It doesn't feel like you chose for this to be your purpose. And that's the whole point of why people will say, that you find it is something that you found, right? Or that you've discovered it. It's because it's been there all along. However, it's not for you to choose it. They don't say to choose your purpose. It's something that's already there. And my own personal journey with following my purpose and following, I guess, whatever you want to call you, whatever word you want to use to describe it, my path, right? Or my alignment. It's been quite difficult. I rejected it for most of my life. I experienced a lot of resistance. I didn't get the support that I needed to do what I loved earlier on. And so I didn't think that I was actually able to be an artist. I didn't grow up thinking that that was a real job. I'm sure a lot of you guys, relate to that. And also, I did quite well at school. So it wasn't actually something that I had to resort to. And there was this idea growing up that art was not supposed to be a profession, that it was just meant to be a hobby. So I didn't even think that it could be a potential, and so I battled with that for a long time. I rejected it. I denied myself art, and in many ways when I came out about it, it felt really like I was coming out of the closet because it was so painful for me. I tried to not follow what I really feels like a calling, so I'll use that word. I tried to not follow what my calling was, or what was probably in alignment for me. And also, my life circumstances were pushing me away from following my purpose. I tried it, and everything that I did, it was so painful to be alive. It was so painful to try to control things and to not follow my heart. I had blocked my heart from being able to express itself in its authenticity. So actually, it was really, really painful because I had created this completely different identity for me, and to follow my purpose would have been going against everything that I knew about myself, about what was possible, about my identity. It would have been to start completely over. I had no idea how to do it. It was so confusing, so not self-explanatory, and I didn't have guidance around me. When I realized that I was an artist, I didn't even know what that meant. It was just something inside, right? So I just wanted to let you guys know that it's not easy. It's actually really, really difficult it can be really difficult for you to follow through with what your calling is. And maybe that's why a lot of people don't know what their purpose is, because they assume that it's something like, it's like this aha moment where you're like, oh my god. No, it's not like that. Like when I came out and I was like, okay, I'm an artist, it still was really difficult for me to actually then understand what it meant. I had no idea what it meant, and it was this, it took years for me to actually be brave enough to take the actions required for me to make that even happen, right? So it's not easy. It's not this like, oh my gosh moment where you're like, oh no, everything makes sense. Everything's like falling. No, most likely first of all, it chose you, right? You didn't choose it. You're going to have to restart your life or change drastically a lot of things in your life. It's really difficult. It's actually the most challenging thing that you could possibly do. Usually, I think your purpose is, in fact, the most challenging possibility for you to be pursuing in your life. And it's you're just, the only difference is that you're going to be loving it so much that you will do anything required to make it happen, right? Once you actually allow yourself to follow that voice, or that that feeling of alignment. Anyway, I mean, that was a little bit personal, but I hope that there was some stuff that you guys could take from it. It's not easy. So don't think that people that are on their right paths or whatever have it easy. And yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this painting that I was painting in the background. This is my latest oil painting. She's a babe. I love her. I love blue, as y'all probably know. I use blue a lot in my paintings. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for watching my video. Subscribe!